All right, guys, how you doing? Welcome in. My name is Eric Huber, technical editor here at TOA Electronics. Good to be here. Happy May. Can you believe it? It is spring already, 2022. Time is flying. And we have a good one for you guys here today. We got Key Digital aboard. I got a special guest coming in. We're going to do a quick discussion for you guys with some great information based on our collaboration, what we currently have system-wise, and where we're going in terms of video conferencing. We know that is a big deal today. Going forward, and it has grown immensely over the last couple of years. But before we get into it, guys, this is EP2, episode 2 of Sound Supply. We're just getting started this year. We're a little late to the game, but it's all good. We're going to give you guys 1 or 2 episodes a month. We also have an episode coming up on Infocom. I'm going to do another podcast on that and basically hyping you guys up to show you guys what we're going to be bringing there. Also, we're at booth W3217. This is at the Las Vegas Convention Center. This is Infocom 2022. If you're not signed up on our website. We do have a registration link that you guys can use. Again, booth 3217. And coming up shortly, I believe, and our guest can touch on this, is the Cavlo show, which will be going with Key Digital in their booth, displaying our LaCambio solution for video conferencing. That is in Nashville. And we're going to have Ian down there talking about that system, the collaboration, and what the future holds. It's a great product. And our special guests today are going to be myself and him are going to be discussing that briefly for you guys. And yeah, let's get this started. Let's introduce DeWayne Rains, based out of the Texas area from Key Digital. He's the vice president of sales. DeWayne, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you, sir?
I am excellent, and I'm over here in Jersey City, New Jersey. The sun is not going to come out all weekend. I don't know how the weather is down there. Hopefully it's better.
It's going to be, I think, 87 today, high of 94 tomorrow. No rain. We got the tornadoes earlier in the week, but we're good now.
Good. Awesome. All right, DeWayne, let's get going. DeWayne, tell us a bit about yourself, your role at Key Digital, how you got started, what you love about AV, anything you got.
Absolutely. Well, my name is DeWayne Rains, as you mentioned. I am the Vice President of Sales for Key Digital, and I've been with Key Digital going on 3 years now. But I was one of their top dealers. Ran an integration company out of Nashville, Tennessee. And matter of fact, I was a major TOA dealer as well back then, or TOA. But as a Key Digital dealer, I was doing a lot of stuff with Key Digital equipment, and then I came on board after Infocom 2019, and am absolutely loving it. And so that's what I do now. And matter of fact, I was just up in your neck of the woods a couple of weeks ago, stopped by the office there.
Yeah, we were joking before, audience. I was like, I recognize this guy, and he was actually in our office last week, right, Dan?
Right before, it was right after Easter.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
The week after Easter. Yeah. And so anyway, but that's my background. So I spent 20 plus years on the integration side, mostly as an audio guy, which is ironic. Now I'm VP of sales for a major video manufacturer. Key Digital Systems is now we're been in business since 1999. And our owner and founder, Mike Simberg, is a pioneer in the video industry. He invented the DVD while he was the chief engineer at Toshiba, as well as the first over-the-air high-def video signal, ATSC, which is celebrating its 35 years since that patent was filed. And so we have over 40 patents in high-definition video, but we also have our control platform, which is really what brought me into Key Digital, was Compass Control, which we'll be talking about that today, because that is what we are using in this LaCambio system with your Lanubio piece and our KD cam, which you're viewing me on as well right now.
Excellent. Yeah, that brings us into why those two worlds collided, us being audio and you being video and control. And that's the reason why this great collaboration started. DeWayne, quick question. When were you repping TOA? What years?
Oh, let's see, from 2003 to 2019. I was a consultant with Toshi on one of the digital mixers that came out a few years ago, and previously the BG 2000 series mixer amps. I consulted with many others in our industry at that time.
Excellent. And one key thing about TOA, you know, since I've been here for 3 years, is how, like, and you probably heard in the field too, is how long our products last, like the longevity of it. Built like tanks. You know, they're old school looking units, but you know, they work for a long time.
Hey, there's some 900 series that have been out there almost as long as I've been on this planet. So.
Older than me, definitely, for sure.
It's still working, still working,
still going. All right, DeWayne, let's get into the first question, and we'll begin with the collaboration. So again, you guys have been around since '99. Video's your thing. IP control, serial control, compass control, which you discussed, which you can briefly touch on. You know, going to this all-in-one user interface that gives you complete access and control over essentially anything. Jonathan gave me a quick overview of it, and it's extremely powerful.
It
could do a lot. I do want to, before we get into that, I do want to touch on my experience working with you guys as a company and how quick you guys are when it comes to getting things done. Let's say that. You know, I asked Jonathan for something, you know, the next day he has something for me. And that's because you guys have a full in-house team. Everybody's there. You got an engineer on site, which is fantastic. So the collaboration, the progression through this project has been super smooth from my experience. If we run into any humps, it gets fixed. It's fantastic. And also think about the time we've saved coming together as two organizations, one being an audio company, another being a video and a control company, bringing the best of both worlds, coming together, and then giving the end user a solution so quickly, you know, during these times.
Absolutely, because the nice thing about Key Digital Systems is, you mentioned we have an engineer. We have a whole team of product engineers and software engineers. So it's not just one or the other. And this is a combination. This is mostly the software more on our side than it is the hardware. Our hardware already existed. Your hardware existed. So we took the data, you know, that came from the Lenuvio, and with our compass control, we designed a special program that allowed it to turn our camera into a tracking camera to track the meeting. Actually, it was funny. We first showed it at Infocom last year, which normally that would have been June, but because Infocom was delayed, it was in October. So it was just a couple of months ago, really. And Jonathan and I actually filmed a little funny video, and we gave it a nickname. We called it Lacambio, and as you can see on the screen behind me, that's off your website. You guys actually went, "Hey, we kind of like that idea." And
who came up with that? You or him?
I don't remember. It was together. We were just. It was setup day at Infocom. We're in t-shirts. My wife was like, "You don't look very nice." I said, "Honey, it was setup day. Sorry," but yeah. So, and it's kind of. It hasn't gone viral, but it's just taken. It's gotten a lot of views. Let's just say it that way. I wouldn't say it's viral yet, but who knows? But now we're excited because we're going to be at Infocom. We're going to be in you're going to have the Lacambio package active in your booth. We're also going to have it active in our booth, and we're at booth number W1337. So we're going to have this Lacambio package active in both booths. Last year it was only in your booth, but we're showing all of our unified communication solutions, and so we wanted to make sure to have that active in our booth as well. And then you mentioned the Cavlo show, and Ian and I have known each other through the years. He was my rep when I was.
He's a Southern guy,
and
actually he's from New Jersey or up north.
He lives in Florida, and then prior to him, I was years and years with Kevin Talmont, who was Ian's predecessor. But anyway, he's going to be joining me at the Cavlo show next week in Nashville, Tennessee, which I spent 21 years in Nashville, so it's like home to me.
Gotcha.
So it'll be fun, and we're going to have a good time. So if anybody's in that Southeast area, definitely come out and see us. It's on May 11th. The show with the reception the night before. May 10th, free to all integrators in our industry. So come on out and see that. We'll have the Lacambio package active, as well as some of our other things in that booth.
Hey guys, head out. That'll be active for demonstration. It's a very cool experience when you're actually using it and you're there instead of seeing it on video. It's fun. It's actually it's cool to use. It's enjoyable to use, right?
Exactly, and it's so smooth. That was what was fun, because when we were tweaking out, the settings and setting up the presets on the camera and whatnot, and then Jonathan and I came up with that idea, and we would just basically treat it like it's a puppy. We say, "Hey, Lacambio, come here," and then it would come over to you, and then Jonathan would go back, and how smooth it was what was amazing, because I've seen a lot of tracking cameras, and they're not always really smooth and easy to use. And then, if you have multiple people talking, we can just program a preset that goes to a wide shot until they get control of the meeting. It's just like anybody when you're on TV. If you're both talking at the same time, you can't understand what anybody's saying. So the far end who's listening to that audio coming through the Lanubio needs that kind of clarity, but the video, we can handle that as well if it gets out of control.
Exactly. All right, DeWayne, let's talk about how video conferencing has exploded over the last 2 or 3 years, and where it's heading, where it is currently, how far it's come. It's exploded. Technology's everywhere. Something that pointed out to me at first when everybody was going to remote learning and all this other stuff was, video, and it was very easy to get a hold of a decent camera per se, but audio wise, people just, they weren't really looking into audio too much. This is from a TOA perspective. And that was kind of pushed to the side, but audio is very, very important when it comes to presenting in high quality. So you want to make sure you have best of both, right? So you guys come out with this great system. You have the PTZ camera, which we use in the setup, and obviously compass control, which is fantastic. Let's talk about, how this collaboration got started. I don't know if you were part of it or not, but and where this demand came from and where it's heading.
Well, absolutely. Ironically, I mentioned after InfoComm 2019, I was there as an integrator, and Key Digital, we had just come out with the start of our full line of unified communications and collaboration products. So we had 3 different presentation switchers. We had wall plates with inputs, et cetera, et cetera. We had the camera and all of those things. And lo and behold, what happened a few months later, this little virus popped up that just shut every conference room in the world down. Yep. So that was not great timing. But what was ironic was me being an audio guy, now that I'm on the video side, so when it came time, once everybody came out of the cave a little bit, because they were so scared, April 2020 was a scary time. Nobody knew what was going on, what was going to happen. And then Zoom just, they capitalized on, and so because I was on the video side, it made it really easy for me to start having meetings via Zoom. But like you mentioned, the audio is one of the hard things. Now, if you're trying to demo a subwoofer on a Zoom call, that's a different story. But at least you want the kind of quality on your voice and things like that presenting. And so through that, we developed some more products. And then now we've started coming out, the rooms are opening back up, the projects are back online. We're doing conference rooms all the time with our UCC products, as well as all of our AV over IP and everything else. And now we started, last year, when you guys came out with, or I'm not sure exactly when the Lanubio came on the scene, but it was an obvious, hey, we can take that data and work with our camera, because traditionally tracking cameras have been either you put a lanyard on and it tracked one speaker, like in a education setting, but if you wanted to track a whole room, it was really hard to do. And but now the evolution of all the UCC that's been going on, it's easier to do now, and you guys were at the forefront of that. And we already had a lot of things we've been doing for for decades now with control, it was really easy to put this together.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I mean, use what you have and make it to the best of your ability. I mean, it saves so much time. A lot of people, they, instead of looking at what you currently have and how to make that better or use that in collaboration with something else, overlook those things. And, and you get into development, and it takes years and years and years to get something output.
Yeah. And, in the technology industry, you can't be still, because it's always moving. 2 years down the line, everything has changed. So you have to stay ahead of the curve. And that's why with Mike, I mean, again, we mentioned the ATSC patent. It's 35 years old. Look at how much has changed since that first high def video signal, and the DVD and all of these things. He hates to be called the father of DVD now because he says it makes him feel old. But, just in our world of video, to go from component to 1080p, now we're, first 720, then 1080, now 4K, now 8K is coming on. So you can't stay stagnant. And you guys have done the same thing. I mean, TOA has been around almost 80 years, right?
Long time. But yeah, I mean, our products last for a very long time. They don't change too often. We're fixing that a little bit, but innovation is something we're striving towards, especially with how our products look today. Like our 800D series, it's got a very clean, minimal finish. Our new conferencing series, the Lanubio, things that are very clean, minimal, that can, fit into any application very well.
Yeah, and we've also done some other work together with you guys with developing a two-way driver for your M9000 digital DSP for our company control. And so that works well within a lot of systems. So and we do that continually. We're always looking ahead and using what we have now, but looking ahead and developing new products down the line.
Absolutely. All right, DeWayne, I know this is, this system, Cambio is a new development. It's just getting out into the field. So if anybody's interested in learning more about this or buying it, so if integrators are watching, DeWayne, what's the best way to go about getting sales information?
Absolutely. Well, reach out to sales@keydigital.com for sure. That's the quickest, easiest way. And then we can, if you're an end user, we can put you in with one of our dealers or distributors, or one of our independent rep firms that can put you with their dealers, etc. So, but the easiest way is, sales@keydigital.com. You can go onto our website. We've got some information about the Cambio package, and obviously, like I said, that was from TOA's website behind me. They do as well. And then we also have a full system design group that can help design that system for you, whether it's just that or making that part of a larger, conference room package with full audio with your products and our video products and control. So just reach out to us and go to our website, keydigital.com, and take a look. And we've got a lot of resources there.
Yeah, DeWayne, you guys got some good line diagrams or examples of systems.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. If you go under markets, you'll actually see the Cambio in that section there, and I think we put like 4 different packages that you can do from good, better, best, and best, or best to, something like that.
Yeah. And all fully scalable. So it's
absolutely
right, which is huge today, and very adaptable for any environment, any situation. Guys, so if you need more information, there's good visuals on Key Digital's site. If you have any questions, you can always ask us. We'll be happy to help. Absolutely. If you need sales information, Key Digital's sales ad, DeWayne?
keydigital.com.
Gotcha. Cool. All right, guys, that'll do it. DeWayne, anything else you want to add before we close out?
I just hope that we see some of our dealers and distributors out at Cavalo next week in Nashville, and then next month in Las Vegas at InfoComm.
Cool. Yeah, same for us, guys. We'll see you at Cavalo next, and we got an InfoComm podcast, coming up as well, which we'll be talking about, where we're going to be showcasing there. Not too much. We don't want to give it away because we want to see you guys there. So it's all about getting back in person and collaborating, meeting people. That's the best thing about these trade shows, right, DeWayne?
Absolutely. And we're so glad to be back doing them. We did the one in the fall, was a little bit smaller than normal. This one is bigger than that, and we're just slowly coming back. the Cavalo show will be fun next week too. It's a small show one day. If you're in the Southeast, definitely come to that.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. DeWayne, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. We look forward to working with you guys in the future. Like I said, you guys, Jonathan, I've worked with directly. He's been nothing but a great experience. Key Digital has been a great experience. The products have been super cool, super innovative. And
they're in stock.
Yeah.
They're in stock.
They're in stock, guys. You hear that? They're in stock. Which is obviously a struggle today, but hey, they're in stock. Pick them up. We got them available. Same day shipping before 2 p.m. by the way, guys, Eastern Standard.
Absolutely. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you having me on.
All right, DeWayne, thank you and take care, guys. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next time on Sound Supply. Infocom episode coming up. Take care.